Hello and welcome to this special edition of Big Sky 35, The National, where we're going to go over some of the things I've learned over my previous 3 trips, some things we're going to be doing a little differently this time, some things I disagree with and agree with other guys on YouTube, and let's see what information I got. Hello and welcome to this edition, the special edition, the national edition of Big Scott 35. We are 2 weeks away today. 2 weeks from today will be the first day of the National to the public. And the National is just a large, basically card show with autographers from TriStar, a company that does a lot of sports memorabilia. And it's in Chicago, Rosemont, Stephen P. something Pavilion, and it's actually right outside of Chicago, near O'Hare Airport. Very good location. This is my, I believe, 4th year. I think I commented on Instagram that it was my 5th, but I miscounted because 1 year I did not go. This is my 4th year, and I am so excited. This is Christmas in July, whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about it and what I'm taking. I was contemplating on doing this video. I've watched a lot of videos up to this point on getting ready, and a lot of it I agree with. Some of them I haven't agreed with. And I'm coming at this as a novice, as somebody that was big into the hobby as a teenager, got out of the hobby almost altogether, only picked up a few packs, to kind of just, dabbling in it here and there, to now I'm just full-blown back into the hobby. It's a big part of my life. I'm not going to lie about that. And at work and around here and amongst my friends and peers, I'm kind of the go-to guy for sports memorabilia. And I kind of enjoy that, but I'm far from an expert, always learning. I spend 2 hours at my card shop with the guy that owns the card shop. He just moved to a larger spot, so enjoy just talking, and that's the big part, and I'm looking forward to this National, where before I wanted to see all the merchandise. This one, I want to see and network and talk to other YouTubers. I'm not saying it's hard to say that I'm a YouTuber other than I just make videos. But some of the guys are established, and I really want to talk to them not only about YouTubing, but more about the hobby, because I really, I guess I look up to them. I mean, it's a peer thing, but I really respect some of those guys. Mike O, baseball collector, Bowman, 1951, I believe it is, and some of the other guys that I watch. Jab's family, I don't know if they're going to be there, but just some other ones. I mean, I watch quite a few videos on my downtime, and always trying to learn. If it's about this, my job, or history. I love history. I've talked about it before. I think that's why I love this hobby so much. And I have expanded on if this makes sense, I've expanded on what I do. It's not just cards. I've been getting a lot of autos and things like that, and that's what I'm basically going for this time. But instead of going and getting in line and getting 10 to 20 autographs from the athletes, the veterans, the ex-players, I've loved doing that. I've got probably all but a handful of the guys I really want. The sad thing is, from my understanding, is they're not making the mini baseball helmets anymore, and that's what I really like getting autoed. So I'll probably move over to baseballs if I do any, because I think I might get Doc Gooden. He is one of the Mets I don't have, and Ricky Henderson, I have him, but it's on an Oakland A's helmet, and I really would like to have that on a Mets, because he did play with the Mets 1 or 2 seasons. So they're the only two, but I don't know if I'm going to do Ricky, because this year I just don't want to. He's like 140, or no, it's 110 for him. And it's $75 for an inscription. The autograph, I would have been alright if it was just $25, but the $75 for them just to put Hall of Famer or stolen base, I wanted to put the greatest, because that's what he said when he stood up with the pad, with the bag, I'm the greatest. But you know, I just don't know if I'm going to do that. But this video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I'm going for as I'm going along, and how I'm packing for it, because I have learned a lot from. And the one thing I've agreed with every video is comfortable shoes. I love wearing Vans. I wear them a lot, but I have found out on a long day on cement, not great for my feet, my knees. I'm a bigger man, 6'2", 3+. I'm a lineman, boys, and so that gets to me. Last year, I was 1 week removed from getting my stitches and my bandages taken off, from having my knee scoped. So luckily it was in Cleveland, where there's a lot of sitting area. So I would get up and walk around for 10-15 minutes and go sit down for half an hour. The plus side was I met a lot of interesting people, a lot of people in the hobby. Of course, in the hobby, it was at the National. But man, that's the one thing, is like, you're with so many people like-minded. You sit down, you're going to instantly start in a conversation. Hey, who do you collect? What are you looking for? Look what I picked up. Where's the deals? Where have you seen? Do you get autographs? Who's your favorite players? All that stuff, man, and it's great. And I've talked to guys that are my father's age, that are hardcore still in it, that, man, go look for the Duke Snyders and Mickey Mantles and Roger Maris, and I think that's awesome. To kids and their dads, where, man, it's an awe. And like I explained to a parent last year, why would I pay $125 for an autograph? Just to meet the player. I hate to use the word hero, it gets thrown around, but through my kids' eyes, through my 12, 13-year-old's eyes, Cal Ripken was a hero to me. Johnny Bench, a hero to me. Those guys, I really appreciate. They played the game right, and I got emotional when I met Johnny Bench. I'm not going to lie. So that was a great day for me. But anyway, let's get to what I'm taking. First off, comfortable shoes, plus, you know that. Well, first off, I bought an actual military style bag that's a little bit bigger than anything that I have. I've been having problems with years past. I actually have a replica Star Wars bag from this last trilogy that's coming out that Ren wears, which was good. It fit helmets perfectly. I could fit 4 helmets in it. But this one, I'll show you in a minute why I wanted this one, because this year I'm going to plan on doing some different things. And also, this is great for carrying on the plane. I can fill it up, and I'll talk about how I'm packing when I go. So I'll have that, and this is what's going to go in it. Not everything on a daily basis, but different days, different things. So the first night, Cardboard Collector 2, he has great YouTube. I've just found him, and I found him through, I forget who was talking about him having a trade night, and he's sponsoring a trade night on Thursday night. So I'm going to go by that, and because of that, it got me starting to think, hey, wait a minute, let me take some cards. So I got this filled up with some longer cards, graded, and cards that can't fit regular in a box. So it's not sideways, they're not laying down. I think that's a 750 box, nowhere close, probably 25 cards. But these I made where I got 2 boxes like this that I'm taking for trades. And I have, first time doing this, I have no idea what to take. I have some high-end stuff. I got some of the more popular lower-end stuff, you know, $20, $30 autos. And I have like mid-range, more popular everyday players. But I do have some short number, low number autos and just numbered cards. Everything's either numbered, autoed, or material. There's no like just base. I think the only base I have in there is I'm trying to get rid of my Harpers. Broke my heart. He went to the Phillies. I can't root for a Philly. So he used to be my PC, and I'm afraid I cut him out of my life, man. Just like a bad girlfriend, cut him out of my life. So that's going in for Thursday night, and maybe a little bit of carrying around on the floor, make some trades, trying to save some of my cash. And I'll talk a little bit more about my cash part, but this is what I'm carrying in my bag. I do have an empty one that size, and I have a longer one. This one I'll probably carry around with me in my bag. This one is going to be for when I open up boxes in my room at night. I had 2 of these last year. I don't plan on doing that many boxes. I went crazy last year. I was not mobile, so I had to do something. So I opened up too many boxes, brought too many boxes home. I just got too much stuff last year. This year I'm narrowing it down. I'll go over that. And also in my bag when I carry it around, I have 2 standard penny sleeves. Shouldn't need more than that. A lot of cards that you'll buy, even in cheaper boxes, a lot of times will already be penny sleeve for the most part. You'll get to where guys just have boxes and boxes on the table. They won't have any protection. But if I pick up rookies and inserts in those boxes, I'll definitely penny sleeve them before I put them in one of my boxes. And then just in case, I'm going to take a pack of thick ones. And the only reason I'm going to do that is for box openings, when I'm in my room, or because when you buy thick cards, they're always going to be penny sleeved and in a top loader, so, or even one touched, and most of the time they're going to be, you know, you're numbered and short print and autos and mem cards, so they're usually taken care of. But just in case when I open up, because last year I opened up a couple of boxes of museums and I needed those, so then I will take a regular top loaders for also for if I'm going through those boxes and I find something. So I was talking to the guy at the card shop in the last card show I went to. I showed y'all some of them. In the dollar box, I found, I mean, I don't know how many Austin Riley rookies, first cards, Peter Alonso's, McNeil, a lot of the that other, not Franco, but the one for the Mets. I picked up one of his rookie cards today, Marciano, something like that. One of their younger prospects. He had a whole bunch, and I don't know if he just didn't know he had them in there, whatever. But you'll find, especially at this, where dealers are just trying to offload a lot of their stuff. I'm not gonna say crap, just a lot of stuff that they have, and they want to sell an abundance of it. And usually the later in the weekend, the better deals you can find, and I'll get into that a little bit later. And I'm taking a thing of just 79 points, and the reason I'm just taking these and not thick top loaders is usually I'll only need 2 or 3 of those, and if I do need to pick them up, I want to pick up the certain ones. I'm not going to carry all 5, 6 sizes of top loaders. There's going to be BCW and the what's the other brand? Ultra Pro. They'll both have tables set up. They're not overly priced. There is private sellers that will sell on them a little bit higher, but I found last year, you know, you need it, you can find it, and it's a couple of bucks. I mean, it's not going to break the bank. But just taking it, just having it, especially when you're in the room. Last year, I was in a panic because low CD kicked in and I needed them. And so there you have it. Now the next thing is I'm going to carry one of these little notepad with a pen. I'm taking a couple of pens just in case of ink problems. A little notepad, and the reason why is when I walk around, I'll go to a table, especially Thursday, Friday, I'll see something I like, and I've had this problem before where I could not find a vendor that I wanted, and it took me a day and a half to find a vendor again, and then I end up overpaying for a card. But anyway, I have this. I can write down what I was looking for, the number, the name of the guy there or the name of the company, how much they're offering at that moment, and maybe even research it a little bit in the room at night or off, off by myself. But the only problem there researching at the show a lot of times is you don't get the best signal, and when you're trying to get a signal with all those people, you will kill your battery in your phone. And I will be taking a battery backup, which I don't have with me. That's the one thing I forgot to put with me down here. I won't forget it when I'm packing, but I have that actually charging up right now. So I'll have a battery backup, and I'll have my phone. And the phone, a lot of people will take a picture, write a note to themselves on there. I don't have a lot of memory on my phone. It's a hard case phone. It's an older Samsung model, Edge. And it's probably a way for me to add memory to it. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm just old enough to still be able to write with a pen. So there you have it. Extra pen, and this is actually a TriStar. I usually pick up one of these at every show. They're laying all around my house. I'll have a couple of them by the end of the show. A couple of highlighters, and I'll show you why. I have highlighters, Sharpie, and colored Sharpies. And I told you I take these just in case I do go get an autograph and they don't have a color I like, because I really like gold and silver metallic, and I'll have black. Just they always have them there at the table. But the last couple of years, I know Lawrence Taylor at his hotel lobby, I believe last year or the year before last, he was down there in his lobby signing autographs for free one night. So you just don't know who you're running to. I ran into Connors, the tennis player, at a steakhouse last time I was at the show. Now, I didn't bother him because he was across the street signing for pay. But you never know. If somebody else would have went up to him, he started signing it, I would have went up and signed it. I mean, it's Jimmy Connors. It'd have been pretty cool. I wouldn't have paid for it, but if he was going to do it for free. So it's just nice to have in your backpack just in case. And Sharpies I can use for my note taking, to highlight things if I need to, line out things that I have, things like that. And then for me, being an older fella, you guys haven't got to 40 yet. It's like as soon as you hit the 40, you start doing the arm distance thing. And I can't read the little numbers on the back. And I've gone over in other videos what the numbers on the back is, what the codes are. So, and also what year cards are. You want to look at that, make sure. I'm taking a magnifying glass. I haven't seen anybody else on any other of these preparations talk about a magnifying glass. Also, it will help if you want to detect like any erasing, people messing with corners, if you want to just check out the card a little bit better. And it makes people, you start pulling this out to go look at cards, I've noticed when you're at a show, the actual guys that are selling it, if they start getting nervous, there's an issue with that card. They're not fully disclosure, and there's a lot going on right now with these people with cards. If you want to be on the up and up, I'm not going as far as blacklighting it or anything like that, or taking a jeweler's magnifying glass. This is all I need, and this is mainly so I can read the numbers on the back, dates, and any codes that I might want to see if it's especially short print or anything like that, because that code, you can find the codes on the bottom especially Topps. I do baseball almost exclusively now. I do Cowboys football. If I last time I picked up a Too Tall Jones rookie auto. You'll see it at the beginning of my videos. I love that card. Randy White will be there. I have his auto. I bought that from a dealer. I might go and get his auto just to shake that. He's one of the reasons why I'm a Cowboys fan. Old Monts fan. And then I bought this last year because of my knee, but it's a godsend. If you want to go and take time looking through the quarter, dime, dollar boxes, I usually kind of cut it off at dollars. But usually I'll find the insert boxes, and they're a little bit more expensive, but I'll still dig through them. And a chair and a bag. And I had to look for this one. It holds a big man, so this will be carrying around with my bag. And I have little hooks on the side of the bag, so I don't have to carry it separate on my shoulder. And mainly I'll probably have this Thursday with me when I get there to go into those boxes. Friday and Saturday it's a little too busy at the Chicago one. There's not a lot of space in between tables. I don't know, maybe Saturday evening it starts lightening up, but if you stay late, Sunday might be a good day, but I'm not staying there long Sunday. Sunday I'm strictly going over looking for deals and then taking off. And then next to last but not least is just my information for the National, my tickets, itinerary for my plane travel, my hotel reservations that I got through the National. And if you don't have your hotel reservations, good luck. I looked last night just to see, because somebody on one of their websites was talking about how expensive it was, and he got them last year for a lot cheaper. He wanted to do it as early as possible. I go through their little housing thing, and I didn't find where it was that bad. I mean, they went through one of the booking orbits or one of those hotels.com. I go through it, I usually look at all of them, and this year that was the cheapest. This is something that I just started doing, and I wish I'd have had this at the last card show I went to. But I have made kind of a little book of a list of things of what I'm looking for. Now the first thing in here that I printed off for this show, I don't know if it's too light for this, but it's the chart, the table chart, and the layout of the convention center. And then next is vendors and what table numbers they're all sitting at. I got a list of those, and the reason why I did that is so I knew, like, oh, this vendor right here, name. I kind of like names, company names, especially if they're really good to you later. Most of them have eBay stores, most of them have web. They're gonna have some type of online presence. You might want to stay in contact with them, or if they did you dirty, you can do them dirty too, so I wish I'd have had this last year, so I know the guy that I kind of dealt with for the card I got. I usually get one pricier card, and I found last year at the National, the cards they were a little overpriced, and I'm kind of hoping it's a little bit better this year in Chicago. I hope that's kind of a one-off. Felt like they were competing with eBay, like you're competing at the National at a card show with eBay, and it was. And I think a lot of it's because those people have eBay stores, so they're competing against their own sales on eBay. And also, they got to pay for those tables. It's not cheap. Excuse me one second. I'm having a little dry spell here. Also, another must when you're walking around, I'm going to be picking up bottles of water to carry with me, put it in my bag. Also, I've gone through my Gary Carter showcase of my cards. So what I did was I've gone through, I found a site that had every Gary Carter ever made for base, not autographs. I couldn't find one for like autographs and mem cards, but it has all the even numbered cards, stuff like that in here. And what I've done, I've gone through And I took a blue Sharpie for just raw cards that I have of him, an orange Sharpie for already PSA grades, and I also put the grades beside it. And a lot of raw cards, I made notes if they were damaged, if I want to look for something better in raw. But mostly I'm going to be looking for PSA graded cards. That's what I found. I talked to a guy at the card shop. He invited me with them to start putting cards in to send in the PSA. They're getting one together, so when I come back, I'm going to take some up there. And more than happy to do it. More cards you send, the better the price. And now you got to send like 100 cards to get a discount, where it used to be 20 cards. So that's what I'm going to do. And so that's what I've done. I got pages of that. I don't even know how many pages, but it's quite a few. And mostly what I'm working on to start with is Topps base. That's it. Topps base, PSA graded. I like to start, and hopefully after this I'll come back and get into my starter registry for that. I'm sure there's other people. When I did the showcase, I had other people saying that they're Gary Carter fans, which I found kind of cool because I didn't think it was a lot of us. I'm sorry, I am very dry mouth today. My next thing that I have a listing of, usually where it's got cards, listing I have is I've been telling y'all the 1971 Black Beauties, 71 Topps. I had a person, I already told you in another video, offer me $1,100 for a set. Hopefully, if I find it for under $1,000 at the show, I might do it. I might just do it. And if it's in better shape than that one wasn't in great shape. But I'm having fun looking for these. My card shop dealer, he's just purchased another large, and card lot. He says a lot of 71s in there that were in great shape. No big names, but when you're collecting a set, I got most of the big names. I'm missing some of like the Hank Aaron, and I have the Munson. Not in the best shape, but man, I think a 7 is like $1,000. So, I have a lot of the bigger names. Some of the high numbers I'm missing. They're going to cost a little bit, but I've already found online where I can start getting them basically cheaper, buying them raw and getting them PSA graded. I can get it cheaper just getting them already PSA graded. So that's what I'm going to start working on a little when I get back, diving into that a little bit more. And he understood that. And then the next list I got, and I got them kind of in the book on relevance and what I'm looking for. And the next one is going to be players from Virginia. And it's just nice that I'm wearing my Virginia stuff today. Next championship shirt, if you didn't notice. Can't really see it, but there you go. So I have that. I found a listing of all the players that played in MLB, and some coaches as well, but it's all players that were born in Virginia. And I also kind of just look for University of Virginia players as well. And I've got a lot of those already. But now, when I can find an autograph, I'm picking it up. And another one card that I'm looking for is a T206. I want one in my collection. I feel like I don't have a collection if I don't have a T206. I don't care what it is. I kind of want a decent one, but I kind of want a name player. And for me, I think some of these guys, I'm going to have to get that. These guys turn of the century. There's a card out there of them. It's going to have to be a T206. So I kind of want to kill two birds with one stone. And I'm authenticated. As long as it looks nice, it doesn't look like somebody balled it up and threw it in the trash. I want it PSA graded, and that I'm on a hunt for that. That's one of the must cards that I have to walk. If I only walk away with one card at this show, it's going to be a T206. I can tell you that. And then the next thing I have in here is just blank pages for note taking. Things from now till during the show, after the show. This is something that I made for the show, but it's going to be something that I'm going to hang on to. And when I go shows, I go to card shops, travel, because a lot of times when I go out of town, I look for card shops. I look for, card shows. I'll be going back home in the fall, and I think it's called the Chantilly Show, which is bigger than what I thought in Northern Virginia. I'm going to go to that one. I went to it last year. I didn't think it was all that big, but it was a hurricane that week, so I don't think everybody made it. I didn't miss all the caps getting autographs the day before. I was upset about that. So I wanted to really show you this book, and it was a little time consuming to do it, but it was kind of fun because it made me go through all my Gary Carters and kind of reminisce and look through them, and it was fun doing. So I believe that is all that right off the top of my head that I'm packing for the show. Now, how I'm packing for the trip is that bag, and then I'm going to have the biggest carry-on that I can take on a plane, which all know that's a pretty good size suitcase. And basically, I'm just taking enough to get me from Thursday to Sunday, which is like 4 pairs of socks, undies, and underwear, some shorts, t-shirts, and that's about it. So and the rest of it's going to be space for bringing stuff back. And I'm not looking to have a lot, but I might not necessarily want to carry. Last year I put these boxes in that and wrapped them up, and I used the shirts as packaging and things like that. And I know I'll pick up at least one box from Baseball Card Exchange. I don't know if I want to spend the money for a late 70s box or early 80s. My card shop has an 83 of Peachy for $275, which is that's right there with shipping. So I kind of want to look to see what they got there when I go. I told him if it's there when I come back and if I got the money, I'll probably pick it up. He has some 84s, which I've already opened one pack. I picked up 4 packs of 84s trying to hit that Donnie baseball. So what else do I want to talk about? So, that's how I'm going to pack. Coming back, I was kind of going to drive in case I picked up, because they have, like I said, it's not just cards, it's memorabilia. So you'll have picture framing, people that draw pictures. Man, I almost had one guy do a Gary Carter one for down here. It was beautiful, and what he was doing, and he said I could commission him, and it was going to be like $600, I think, and it would look beautiful in this room. But I just can't do that right now. I should have, instead of spending what I did on that card. I keep going back to that card. I think it's more because Bryce Harper left the Nationals to be purchasing that card. And I knew what was happening when I purchased it. And I did not think he'd go to the Phillies. But anyway, I almost thought Nationals was going to re-sign him. But anyway, that's how I'm going to pack. And I'm there from Thursday morning. I'm staying in, I think, the Crown across the street. It's the Cross, and like 2 doors down. I got to walk half a block, I think, and across the street. The trade show Thursday night that I'm going to is right across the street from where I'm staying. And I think Thursday night somebody's having a get-together in a DoubleTree. So I'll probably hit both those spots that night. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be at the trade show. The way it looks, it's a lot of younger people, which I don't have a problem with. I have a young soul. And also, I've never done it, so I'm more wanting to see what it's like. And it's really hard for me to sit down and go, oh, I'm going to trade you this card for this card. It's to me, it's difficult, especially this day and age, because you got to really, really know what you're dealing with. I mean, you got to know, or somebody's going to be trying to take advantage. And I hate that too, trying to take advantage of somebody else. And then I'm hoping that's not what goes on there. I hope it's just a lot of fun. I'm almost hoping it's just a lot of base cards, but I'm not prepared for that. I almost want to just deal with dealers with these cards and try to get deals that lower my prices on what I'm getting, or spend less cash, basically. And So I'll do that Thursday. Friday, just doing a show. Get something probably good to eat Friday night. One of the steakhouses around there. Saturday again, do the same thing. All the ball games are like at 1:30 in the afternoon. I know some people Saturday are going to the ball game. I just don't want to do that. It's going to be hot Saturday. It's just, I'd rather just I'm going there to be at the show. I do have a VIP pass, so I have a place to sit down there. That's one of the big reasons why, because Chicago's not a lot of places to sit, and the food's not that good. So all of that together, it's just not, I wish it was, Cleveland for food was a lot better. A little bit pricey, but for what you were getting and you knew where you were at, it wasn't that bad. And let's see, Sunday I'm leaving my plane's at 4, so I'm packed. Hopefully they'll let me leave my bag over at the hotel, because I'm going to take the shuttle and go over to the show for half a day basically, and then catch a shuttle and come back home and be home by 6-7 o'clock at night. And I have a couple of days off before I go back to work, so I'll enjoy that. And hopefully I'll have a video of pickups. I'll take my camera. I have also, what I'm carrying is this camera and a tripod, so I can do videos if I do any box openings in my room at night, or if I buy anything. Hopefully I'll have some video coverage, maybe even talk to some people. I don't know. Like I said, it's more for me and my memories. I have a good memory, but still, you would like, people have pictures. I do video and have it on YouTube and have it forever, and get to share it with whoever wants to watch it. And that's why I do it. And with that, I hope to see y'all out there at the National. Let me know, what you're going for. I told you Gary Carter, and of course, before I forget, I took my phone and I did take pictures of all the Mets players like Conforto and Conforto, DeGrom, Syndergaard, who else did I get? David Wright, and Johnny Bench, Cal Ripken, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey. I took pictures of all the autos I have, because that's basically all I'm looking for, and just took pictures, so I have a picture, so I can look and go, oh, I already have that one. So that's kind of the other thing that I'm doing. For my PC, I am just auto hunting, and that's it. Until next time. I know it's kind of lengthy, and I keep forgetting. I should have made a list, wrote down. I was going to do it. I contemplated not even doing this video, and I might redo it. Who knows? But anyway, so the cash thing. I was watching a video, and I can say who it was. I disagreed with a couple of things they said. They said don't carry a lot of cash. No, you shouldn't carry a lot of cash. I don't know what the definition of a lot is. A lot to one is not a lot to others. I will have some cash. I'm not going to have a lot, but I'll have a little, because cash is king there. He was talking about PayPal. PayPal is good with some of the vendors, but if you're messing with a lot of the vendors that are there that do the rounds, you know what vendors I'm talking about. The guys that go to the card shops in the Midwest, or does card shows in the Midwest, a lot of them are cash and carry. They don't do PayPal, they don't do credit. If they do credit, they're going to charge you for it. You're not going to get the discount you wanted for it. If you come up and you go, I got cash, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a very good deal on that, and it'll help with the deals to be made out there. I'm not much on deal making, but I've learned that the hard way. I lost like $75 on that Harper last year by not having cash on the Sunday when I went to go get it. They also said Sunday is not a great day of going. I disagree. Yes, a lot of people start packing up Sunday around noon or 1. It's kind of dead. It's flat. The energy's kind of gone. Saturday sucks all the energy out of the room. Sunday's kind of flat. but there's deals to be had, because a lot of the guys that do the rounds are just there for this one show to empty their stuff out. They want to get rid of it. You're not going to find deals everywhere. One of the people I watched said, you know, you're not going to find a box of wax for $20. Of course not. Of course you're not. But you might get $5 or $10 off of it. That was cheaper than the day before. So it's all on how you look at it. Now, if you bought 5 boxes at regular, but you wait till Sunday to get those 5 boxes at $5 off, you just saved $25. That's saving money. Hey, I've had to live off of coupons and finding $1. I can tell you that. So saving 25 will help. So with those couple of things, you know, I'm not saying wait for everything, because there's some things you're going to see and you're going to purchase. But I want to tell you from past experience, because it will be overwhelming, and you're going to hear this from every person you watch the video. Just stay away from purchasing the first stuff you see. You know, make a note. If you don't have anything to write it on or take a picture of it, make a mental note, remember where it's at, and just come back at least later that day. If you're only there for one day, just take a breath, look at it, and try to walk as much as the floor before you purchase anything. The only thing I might purchase the first day is a couple of boxes of cards, because I want the tops packs that you got to get, and sometimes they run out before the weekend comes. So the only way you can get those packs of cards is by buying a box. That's the only thing that I'm going to be purchasing, probably Thursday. I might go through some dollar boxes because it's not as busy, things like that, you know. So I might get a handful of just cards, but I'm not looking to spend a lot of money on Thursday. I'm really not looking to spend a lot of money, period. I'm trying to think of what else. That's going to be about it. Water, snacks if you can find a place to buy snacks, pack a lunch if you can find a place to pack a lunch. Just those little things that'll save you a couple of dollars here and there. And that was the funniest thing, because the same person that told me there were no deals on Sunday was adamant about packing a lunch because they saved $4 on lunch. Okay, that made absolutely no sense, but that's okay. And I'm not saying wait till Sunday to buy a box of cards. If you want to buy a box of cards on Saturday, buy a box of cards on Saturday. But I'm telling you, there are deals on Sunday that's not there. You'll find people that are selling singles for 20% off. Now, they might have been selling them for 20% off all before. They just offer it to you after you picked up one. But there are deals. Not a lot, but there are. So hopefully I'll see you there. Come up, say hi to me. I'm going to be walking up to anybody that I recognize and just shaking hands, because, man, I've been doing this for a little over a year, and it's been great. It's been a blast. I wish I had a bigger following. I mean, I think anybody that does this wishes that. But the people that I have interactions with on here, and, you know, follow me on Instagram, and that's picking up a little bit. It's been great, and hopefully I'll have a room tour here in August if I can get my buddy to help me with that, and go over my new room that I've set up. So see you at the National, and get those packs out, get out and buying, and get to ripping. Like, share, comment, and sorry about the long-windedness, but I can talk. See ya!